Across the internet, Hollow Knight Silksong fans have woken up from their coma once more to get hyped for the coming weeks and months, because Silksong news seems to be just around the corner. Today, we are covering why Silksong fans are hoping like they haven't been in years, we'll be covering everything that happens, and what the actual chances are that we will see Silksong finally release soon. My name is stizzl, and this is a video. Look, I haven't decided on a title yet as I'm writing the script, so that is why. The first major thing is the thing all of you probably already got your eyes on for one reason or another, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct on April 2nd. The Direct will obviously feature many details on the Switch 2 alongside probably the release date of the Switch 2 itself, and insiders are certain that the Switch 2 will release sooner rather than later, meaning a release as soon as May could be possible. Now naturally, April 2nd could also show Silksong. I mean, we know Silksong will release on the Switch 1, so a Switch 2 cross-release seems likely. We will probably see the same thing happen for the new Pokemon game, the new Metroid Prime game, and many third-party games as well. And if you think that the Switch 2 Direct won't feature any third-party games, then you're likely to be wrong. If we think back as far as the reveal trailer for the Switch 1, for example, that already featured third-party games like Skyrim. And there's another big reason why I think Silksong will feature on the Nintendo Direct, and that is because of the cake thing. Yes, I'm going back to the cake thing. If you don't remember the cake incident of 2025, I made an in-depth video here. Thanks for all the support on that one, by the way, but the TLDR is the following. A Team Cherry member posted something cryptic on their old account on Twitter the day before the Switch 2 reveal. One thing he posted hinted towards the Switch 2 reveal happening the day afterwards, and it did, and the other changes and hints found in a new profile pic, bio, banner, and a phrase in the tweet itself all were found to hint at April 2nd. And then of course the Direct on April 2nd was announced. For me, it was too much to just be a coincidence, especially since it had been the first time that account had made any changes to their bio etc. in years, and for all of them to quite easily be linked to a single day, I don't know. Some believe the hints to have been coincidental, and even the marketing manager himself pointed that out. So now, for the sake of a civilized, not too conspiratory discussion in the comments, I'll move on from the cake thing and move to the other news, all of them equally hinting at something happening soon. And by the way, the whole cake situation is still like probably the weirdest thing I've ever covered on YouTube, and even the lead playtester for Hollow Knight, Greg, mentioned in an AMA recently that he thought the cake thing was wild. And speaking of the AMA with Greg, there will be a link to that in the description. Greg was the lead playtester during Hollow Knight, but only played the Silksong demo of 2019 and has not worked for Team Cherry in years. So the AMA is more interesting on the game dev side of things and featured basically nothing of interest regarding Silksong, but Greg is developing his own Metroidvania and I might check it out on this channel in the future. One other thing hinting towards Silksong is an ID Xbox article in which they talk about upcoming games coming to Xbox, featuring 3 games all coming out in the next months and 2025 in general, and of course Hollow Knight Silksong 2. The Xbox article is a big hint, but at the end of the day, we have been there before. But when we think back to the first time we have actually been there before, back when Xbox flat out gave us the Silksong release window with this tweet right here, Team Cherry had actually planned to release Silksong in that time frame, and they just shot past that. So there was some truth in that back then as well initially. So when they say now that Silksong is gonna come out soon, they likely at least mean that the plan is once again for Silksong to come out during this specific time frame. But it doesn't end here. The next hint is quite huge. This leaker is saying Silksong is likely to come out in April, May or June of this year. He later clarified that the new prediction is actually a time frame that Xbox and Team Cherry agreed upon regarding Silksong's release on Game Pass, which we know by the way will be day 1. That doesn't mean that this deadline was or will be met, but it's more than nothing, especially if we take into account the leaker's track record recently. Here for example were his leaks regarding the Game Awards. He knew the Sifu people were making a football game, that FromSoft would show a co-op game, that we would see The Witcher 4, Death Stranding 2, that we would see nothing on Silksong and GTA 6 and so on. So yeah, bro was really accurate. And there's one more thing that happened just a few hours ago. The Steam metadata changed and included 2 big changes. Silksong is now labeled as playable on GeForce Now, the Nvidia streaming application, and the copyright on the Steam store for Silksong was updated to 2025. That update was the first ever, as it showed 2019 previously. Things are happening, my friends, things are happening. But what is happening? Well, there are a few possibilities of where things go. Over the last few days, my friends and colleagues have also been reporting on these things, reactions ranging from 100% hype to no hope, but even the no hope people are slowly coming around. But where am I specifically? Well, I am crying in my room because only 3.6% of you all are subscribed. Like, come on guys, let's bump this up to 3.7%. It was literally my birthday yesterday. I believe that we can do this. But where am I regarding Silksong? Well, some think we will get nothing, of course, and that is still possible. But many, myself included, think April 2nd is the day. In my opinion, we will either get a short mention of Silksong, which then kickstarts the final marketing push until it releases in like late May or something, or we get a release date on April 2nd itself. For the first time in ever, I am putting it all on the line. No slightly pessimistic, yeah, there's a 10% chance we get Silksong news on date XYZ. For the next weeks, we hope, we cope, and we sing of the Silk like we have never before. I think we will get substantial Silksong news on April 2nd, followed by a final marketing campaign and a release at some point in 2025, probably sooner rather than later. And if Silksong is really gonna be out soon, then remember that this is also just the beginning for this channel. Over the years, I got 15,000 subscribers just by making some semi-funny Silksong news updates and like 30 different Silksong theories. And I'm so grateful for your support, and I can't wait to see where this channel goes. Again, this is just the beginning. Thanks to my Patreons Ido, Aura, and Sherry for your continued support as well. That kind of support costs only $1, so consider it if you got one of those. I got a new very special Hollow Knight series in the works right now. Hopefully I can figure that one out and release the first episode sooner rather than later. And yeah, video production has been rough. Doing my master's degree is just straight up ass, it turns out. Anyway, take care and I'll see you next time. Mark your calendars, April 2nd, 2025.